Hi everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I sell all of the products that I share with you. I am super happy to be here with you today. I'm just bringing it up live on my iPad here to make sure that everything is looking good and I can see. Hopefully today comments will show up. When you pop on, please say hi. I love to interact with you. And if you wouldn't mind sharing my video, sharing is caring. Hi Anne-Marie, how are you? Yeah, so share my video and comment shared on this post here so that I know you have shared, because sometimes with your privacy settings, I cannot see who has shared. It's just told me that it's been shared. So if you comment shared, I will know that you have shared. Last time we had the basic adhesive back sequins as a prize for one person who has shared. So everybody that went into the draw, Danielle was the winner. So thank you so much, Danielle, for sharing. I truly do appreciate it. These will be popped in the mail for you. This time I have a package of the Share What You Love Artisan Pearls. I love these pearls, and I have gone through so many packets. So many. So to be entered into the draw, you must be, excuse me, a Canadian citizen for me to be able to mail you the prize. Otherwise, I will mail you a handmade card as a thank you. And last week's ordering special was every order placed for $30 or more with me got a bottle of my favorite liquid adhesive, Tombow. So thank you everybody who has placed orders with me last week. This week I am offering a package of Stampin' Dimensionals with every order placed either in person or in my online store as a thank you. And again, it must be $30 before shipping and tax to be able to get a package of these as a thank you from me. Okay, so I want to just quickly talk about, I sent out my email this morning for my In Color Club. So I just want to go over that rather quickly with all of you. The In Color Club is 5 people per club, and it is $57 for local porch pickup. And if you want it mailed to you, it is $13 for priority mailing. So I did share it to my page. Hi Brianna, how are you? I shared it to my page, so you can look there for the all the details for what you get. So it is a package of cardstock, 24 sheets, a roll of the scalloped linen ribbon, 1 ink pad, 1 ink refill, 1 Stampin' Right marker, and 8 6x6 DSP pieces, and a hand stamped card featuring the color of the month. Each month you'll get a different in color, and each participant will get the chance to 1 month be the hostess and gain the host rewards. So for each month. So I've got one almost already filled up right now. So if you want in on this, please get in contact with me. Now I must say that the Purple Posy is not available right now, so you will get that once it is available. If your month is Purple Posy, if you get Purple Posy that month, you will get everything but the ink pad and re-inker. They will come later. Once they are available, as soon as they are available, I will get them to you. So that is that. Okay, I am working on my paper shares. That's the next thing that'll be coming up. Paper shares for the new annual catalog. I will be offering those. I'm just working on the details for that later today. Tomorrow is the 10th. Today is the 9th. So if you are wanting the Hugs from Shelly paper pumpkin kit, be sure to subscribe by tomorrow to get that. And I believe the Everything is Rosy is still available. And that is what we're going to be creating today. So that is, the product medley is 109 Canadian plus your tax and shipping. I've sold a few of those already. People are loving them. I personally am loving it. So let me show you what we're creating today. Today's project is this gorgeous card in the Smoky Slate and the Night of Navy and Rose Gold metallic edged ribbon. And then I also have done the inside. And as you can see, I've got the rose gold elements here. So let's get started. So first off, move this to the side, get everything out of my way so that I can, again, this is the stamp set. Thank you, Anne-Marie. So I have everything pre-cut. This will be, all the measurements will be on my, on my on my blog on Saturday. I'm looking for my other sheet of Whisper White cardstock. I had another sheet for stamping and I must have tucked it away because I need to stamp my, bring this in, I need to stamp my flowers. And when I was cleaning off my desk, I put it away, unfortunately, so let me just grab another sheet and give it a trim. It is an overcast day today. They're calling for quite a bit of rain the next few days. So that's not going to be so fun. Okay. Yeah, that's my insert paper. So I've got all my stamps out here. And my two colors, as you can see, I kept it very simple with my ink colors. Just stamping off to get the different looks to each of the colors. So I need to stamp. I have to die cut these out, so I'm stamping off first to lighten that. I need two of those for die cutting that. And then for my insert inside, I need 1, 2, 3, and then I need, and then I'm going to tuck you to the side so I don't get mixed up. Do you ever do that? Stamp the wrong thing. So I've stamped off to lighten that up, and then I'm taking my sponge dauber in the Smoky Slate, making sure it's loaded up enough, and then just going around that inside. And then one, 2. Okay, and then I'm going to take my smoky slate here, and for the center of this, I'm going to stamp that like that, and my other one. And then I'm going to clean this off. I'm just going to reach over here to my chamois, wipe that off, because I now need this in the, tuck that away. I need that in my Night of Navy. Make sure that's dry. So I'm going to, 1, breathe on it, 2, breathe on it, and stamp in the center. 1, 2, stamp in the center, move that off to the side, and do my insert ones. And I'm breathing on it so that I re-moisten that ink that I've stamped off, because the moisture from my breath will get that ink moist enough that it will stamp nicely on my cardstock, just like that. And now I'm going to take my little center dots and stamp I know gray flowers aren't something you would normally see, but those are the two that I'm die cutting out. And now, yes, I did one of these flowers for the inside. I just wanted to check and make sure I had stamped the center for that. Okay, so these are being die cut. So now this label, I'm going to stamp my May Your Birthday Be Filled with Pretty Things. I'm going to stamp that in the center in my Night of Navy. And I'm using my paper piercing mat so that I get a nice cushion underneath, because this is photopolymer. And there's no cushion like the cling stamps. So to get a better stamped image, I find you need this. Okay, so that is all I need with these two inks. So I'm just going to get them right out of the way so I don't make a mess. And I no longer need this, so I'm going to tuck that out of the way. So I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and I've already scored my fold line there, so put that to the side, because now what I need to do is bring in my big shot. Get all of my little elements out of the way. So I'm going to take my smoky slate cardstock, and I am going to run it through the big shot with the corrugated embossing folder. And because this is a 3D embossing folder, it is much thicker, so you only need the one plate to emboss it. And oh, I'm looking for my spritzer here. So I like to, with the thicker embossing folders, I like to give it a little spritz with just some tap water in my Stampin' Spritzer. So I'm going to do that off camera. And as you can see, just very, very lightly. So I am now going to slide this in, and I'm using my line here at the very bottom. You can see I'm using that line to line it up. so that it is nice and straight. We don't want crooked corrugated lines. A little bit is okay, but you want to try to get it as straight as possible. I think that might be okay. So let me just bring my big shot into view for you here. Move my card. And I always run it through with the spine first so that it doesn't cause any undue pressure and break my embossing folder. So this corrugated embossing folder was in the holiday catalog, and it is in the new annual catalog, which I am thrilled about. Okay, so, and there you see, we've got this beautiful corrugated piece of cardstock now. So now I'm going to bring in my magnetic platform and my very well used and loved cutting pad, and I'm going to die cut my 4 stamped flowers. So I'm just going to take a second here to line this up. It's this way here, I think. You can see with these dies, see this die here has that little nubby poke out? That's going to line up with that one right there. So you just move your die around till you feel that it is in the right spot. And I don't know if I'll be able to die cut out the side flowers here at the same time, because sometimes when you want to put a couple dies down at once, they like to jump around. I have a tiny piece of washi tape here. See if I can't get that to stay in place so it's not gonna jump on me. I like to put my finger over top of the one so that it hopefully holds it in place. Okay, there's 1, 2, and then these are closer, so this might be a little trickier. Yeah, see, that's jumping already, so let's grab another little piece of washi for the other side. I love using my washi for this, because that's going to hold that in place. I'm looking for my little bump out here. Okay. Carefully putting my thumb over that spot so that it does not jump on me. Okay, get this right out of the way. And I have already die cut the rose gold elements. Absolutely, Anne-Marie, you can case my card. Casing is one of the most, what do they say? A form of flattery that somebody has liked your project enough that they want to recreate it. Okay, so I am going to take my liquid glue and, oh, here it is. You know how I love my silicone craft sheet. Hi, Allie. Hi, Stephanie. So I'm going to take my liquid glue. Oh, somebody's at the door, but Anne is upstairs, my sister. We're here doing paperwork today as well, so. And with the corrugated, I think I showed you during the holiday season when I was using it, because it's corrugated and when it runs through, it shrinks it up. So if you just take your hand, and because you've got liquid glue on it, it's going to move. Take your hand and just use a bit of pressure to push it back out so that it flattens out a bit and fills that cardstock better. Okay, see? I made that just that little bit wider. Now, I'm going to take my aqua painter and my rose gold shimmer paint, shaking it up really well. And I need a small clear block. I've got just tap water in here. I'm going to pick up some of this from the lid, just like that. I'm not squeezing any water into that. I just want to get some onto my lid there. And now I'm going to put just a titch of water, and see how I've just spread that around. It's a little thinner because I've put the water in there. And then I'm just going to brush it here and there, not being perfect or worrying about placement. I just want to have some of that gorgeous rose gold here and there on my card front so that it's gonna show. And you don't want to put too much water because then it's going to water it down too much. And then you can look at it and go, I think it needs a bit more here, or it needs a bit more there. Depending on how much, I just wanted just that little bit. So I think that's good. So then to clean out your aqua painter, you just squeeze until it's going clear, and you can see that there is no more shimmer paint on that. And then just because that's wet, I'm going to wipe it, my clear block off, and we're good to go. Okay, so set that aside just for a moment, because now I am going to bring in my, I can't think of what this is called, my punch. And I want to have, you can see on my card here, I've punched a hole here because I wanted to weave it through my ribbon. So I'm going to flip it over so I can see it, and I'm going to slide this in. If you can remember what this is called, you can just write it in the comments here. I absolutely cannot remember what it's called. So you can see that I'm trying to get that little arrow. I don't know if your camera's picking that up. The little rose gold scallopy right there, and I'm just punching, and there I've got that hole for my ribbon. All right, throw that in the garbage, and then I'm going to put my insert paper in, because I'm just giving my card just that little bit more time to the card front, time to dry. And then my inside one, I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm just going to pick that up, and I'm going to just there, that inside of my card is now done. Now don't forget to do your envelopes. Okay, so now my ribbon, my beautiful, beautiful ribbon that I just love this color. so I'm going to take and I'm going to, I always like to leave it on my spool so that I don't waste too awful much. But I'm going to take it so that I can figure out around about how much I'm going to need. And I've got my ribbon scissors here. All right, so I'm now going to take and feed the end of my ribbon through my punched hole, just like that. And I'm just going to tie it loosely for the moment so I can get my placement. And I am going to have a bit of waste, so let's just, if I can scooch it down a little bit, I can have a longer piece that I've snipped off that I can use for something else, hopefully, if it's a big enough piece. So all right. Put that to the side for later use. Okay, so then I'm going to decide what my placement's going to be. So I can just shift this over slightly, and then, oh, I need to put, these are the mirrored adhesive back embellishments. So you crack it, as you can see here, you crack it, hear that? To get them out. And I need my take your pick tool and just to get underneath that, to lift it up. I don't want to scratch that mirror. It's got a little coating on top of it to protect that mirror so that it does not get scratched. And then just, because I haven't pushed it down fully there, I can move it with my finger. And then just carefully peel back. See that tiny bit of plastic coating that was over top to protect. And then I know that this is going to get popped up on a dimensional. So I'm just going to put one in the center. All right, so I want a bit of my ribbon showing, so I'm just placing these here so that I can figure out where I want to adhere my label to. So I think this is good, so I'm going to, because once it's got the adhesive on the back of it, it's down there. So I personally, before I put my adhesive on there and stick it down, I like to see what my placement is. And I'm just taking tear and tape and running it right across the back here like this, because that is really all I'm going to need. Taking my take your pick to peel that up. Then sliding that back, making sure that I am centered on the card front. And sticking that down. And then now I'm going to take my liquid okay. Centering that. Flip that over so I can give it. There we go. Now we're building. Excuse me. I have allergies happening, so I've got the runny eyes, the catch in my throat, and because I've only got the adhesive right through the center, I can lift this up a bit to tuck that under. So once I decide which way I want my flower to be sitting, I'm actually going to take a couple more dimensionals and put right here, those corners, so that it doesn't fall. And these smaller little side snipped pieces are perfect for that, because you use every single bit of your sheet of dimensionals. You don't want to waste any. So I'm just going to take the backing off of that. Well, thank you, Anne-Marie. And then scooch that out of the way. Put that so that it's right like that. And now I'm going to take just a dot of glue on the center, not too much, and just tuck one there. Actually, before I put that one on, let's add just a couple dots of glue to this so that we can get this. And you can see I only put a couple little dots of glue. So then I'm just going to lift that corner so that I can slide that up underneath. Just like that. And then this is going to sit right over top, covering like that. Maybe turn it just slightly. And then I have two of these little sprigs. You can see how much you get. There are, I think, how many dies are in this? 10. So there's quite a few dies that you get. You get your, silly me, I went and slid it right back in. So you get your two flowers here. Pull that off of my, pull that washi off, stick it back there. So the long sprig is this one here, and then these two tiny ones is this here, and then you've got your leaves. You've got four leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves, and this is your flower center here if you wanted to die cut it out, and then your border piece. So quite a bit in this. So now I'm just going to, because I've only put adhesive in the centers, I can easily lift up that side and tuck the way I want it to be coming out. I can move it before I put any adhesive. I can play around with it to see how exactly I want it to look. So I know I like the placement of this one, so I'm just going to pull it back out carefully as to not rip it, and put just a couple. A little goes a long way, remember. Okay. And I'm just lifting the corner and tucking that, and then giving it a little press for that adhesive to stick. And then this one here, I think like that. So we're just going to take and put a couple dots. We have a pretty big weekend this weekend. It's my, besides being Mother's Day Sunday, my mother-in-law turns 80 in a couple weeks. So we are having a big party for her with over 100 people coming on Saturday. So that is going to be fun. So I have a family-filled, fun weekend. Now this piece here, I'm afraid that it's going to get caught on something. So I'm just going to carefully lift it up, pull it out like that, and just one dot. And stick that down. Oop. There we go. That did not take too awful long. So this is my original, and this is the one I created with you today. Each one will be a little bit different depending on how much of the rose gold shimmer paint, how strong your ink is. So yeah, but a different color combination. I think it's quite stunning, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So that is it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember, sharing is caring. Please share my video. Remember my In Color Club that is starting the beginning of June, that you're going to get over 5 months. You're going to get all of the In Color products that I have listed. The Everything is Rosy is still available. So if you like this type of product, head on over to my online store and get it ordered before it is gone. The In Colors that are retiring, quite a few of them are gone. Lemon Lime Twist is gone. Fresh Fig, I think, as well, is sold out. So lots of products have sold out as we're coming to the very end of the catalog. So if there's anything else you're looking for, be sure to get it ordered. And thank you so much for stopping by today. I truly do appreciate it. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, please click the subscribe button below. Give me a like. Facebook loves seeing the hearts and the thumbs up. It shows them that people are enjoying what I am doing and sharing, so they will show it in news feeds more. And on YouTube, when you like and when you subscribe, YouTube likes that and bumps me up in the listings. So I truly would appreciate if you would do either of those things. Okay, thanks so much. Have a very happy Mother's Day weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.